when it was like, oh, do I really? I think it was confused with chronic fatigue syndrome. I don't think they are actually the same thing, but a lot of people are being misdiagnosed that way. Fibromyalgia is real. There are pressure points, there's no doubt. If Julie, Ryan were to come up here and touch me, I would instantly feel pain, and it would last for days. So, Kelly, my hairstylist for about 12 years now. Sorry, I got caught in the rain today. But she was doing these oils, and every time I would go in, she was talking about these oils. And you know, Kelly, she just talks. It was back in February. I called her because I was very anxious. I thought it was hormonal. And I thought, oh, this is crazy, you know, I'm going to hurt somebody. She posted on Facebook, I'm going to have this at the salon tonight, this premium starter kit, you know, if anybody wants it, let me know. Well, I had an appointment that night, and I said, I want it. See you tonight. You know, I have an appointment tonight, see you tonight. So we were talking, and we thought it was hormonal, which I think it was. I started using the Progestins Plus and all that great stuff, and it came with 2 little sample packets of the NingXia Red. I didn't try those right away. I was playing with my oils, I was diffusing, I was like, oh, you know, what are those going to do? In the meantime, I was still in pain every day. I don't know if you guys shop at Sam's, but they have those great big bottles of Tylenol. I was taking 2 Tylenol tablets probably 3 to 4 times a day. My liver, I'm sure, was hating me. And ironically, Kelly was at my house, we were looking through the book. Fibromyalgia actually has to do with a toxic liver. So all I'm doing is continuing to put bad things in my body. And I finally tried the NingXia Red. I had a really bad experience. Probably 6-7 years ago, the doctor had given me an antibiotic. I didn't know I was allergic to sulfa. Went to the emergency room because I have hives everywhere. They gave me steroids. Actually, I went to the walk-in. They gave me steroids at the walk-in. Said, go home. If you feel like your tongue, your throat, anything is swelling, go to the emergency room. 11 o'clock at night, I'm driving myself back to the emergency room because my throat is starting to swell. They give me another huge dose of steroids. So they gave me enough steroids for probably 3 men, 3 times my size. So from that point, it's just a downward spiral. I ended up thinking I was dying. My heart was racing. I'm dealing with fibromyalgia. I've got all these things going on. And I had almost given up. I mean, that's how bad things were. So when I saw this little packet that you had to drink, I don't ingest anything. Tylenol was the only thing I would ever take. My doctor would give me prescriptions, and I would never fill them. So when Kelly and I went to one of her classes and they were all talking about it, I said, I'm really scared to try it. So the next morning I opened it up and I did about 1/4 of an ounce. And I drank it before I went to work, so I wouldn't be thinking about it. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't be thinking, ooh, am I allergic to this? Am I allergic to that? I got to work, and through the middle of the afternoon, I'm like, oh, okay, you didn't die. I'll do a little bit more tomorrow. So I did a little bit more the next day. And I was like, okay, that was pretty good. The 3rd day, I finished the packet, and I was sitting at work. I have a very mentally demanding job. And about 10:30, I'm like, dang, I'm kicking butt and taking names. I've really got this going on. And then it hit me, it was the NingXia Red. So I started drinking that. I only had 2 packets. I felt wonderful. I mean, I split that up between like 4 or 5 days because I was building up, so I wouldn't, you know, have a much reaction. And then I had to stop it because I was out. I was absolutely miserable. After like the 2nd day of not having it, I was miserable. Kelly came out to the house. I mean, I know she took one look at me and said, good God, what happened to you, child? You know? And she brought me some NingXia Red, she brought me some NingXia Nitro, she brought me some snacks, some food, you know, she was trying to help get me through it. I can tell you right now, on a bad day, my fibromyalgia on a scale of 1 to 10 was a 15. I mean, it took everything I had to get out of bed. Imagine having the worst flu of your entire life and the worst sunburn, and then somebody walking up and just touching you. It hurts. It hurts bad. I don't have that now. I really don't. My fiance had said to me, you know, and he wasn't saying it to be callous or to make me feel badly. He said, you know, it's really difficult to be in a relationship with someone that you can't even touch because it hurt. It hurt for him to hug me, or if I walked by and he gave me a smack on the rear end, it was like it would take me out. It's amazing. I can't express to you guys how I feel right now. Right now, today, on a day where the weather is humid and it's raining, the fibromyalgia would have been off the charts. I'm at a 1 today. I don't even know if I'm at a 1. Yeah. I mean, that's great, I think. The greatest thing about this is I've only been doing this since April. It's only been 2 months, and I drink 1 packet in the morning. I drink it like a shot. I just go for the gusto. Just drink that down, follow it up with some water, and I'm out the door. And that's all I need to do. But I was a single parent for a while, and I had asked a friend who was a physician's assistant, what do I do? I mean, is this fibromyalgia real? What do I do? And she said, teach your son how to use the microwave. He was 3. She said, because he's going to need to learn to start taking care of himself. And that was sad. That was really sad. The rheumatologist that I went to gave me a muscle relaxer. He gave me some pain medication. I can't even remember what it is at this point. I don't know if it was Vicodin. I don't know what. Didn't touch it. A couple of months later, I went back and I said, look, now that we have this diagnosis, these medications aren't helping. And he said, well, we can put you on an antidepressant. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that. It is what it is. I'm just going to live in pain. I've lived in pain for the last 19 years. My son's now 21. And it's been the best 3 months of my life, actually. It really has. I'm walking all 3 of our dogs at one time. And we don't have little dogs.
No.
We have a St. Bernard Lab mix.
Are Kelly's dogs small? No.
He doesn't like the dogs. We have a German Shepherd who's full-blooded, and then we have a Mastiff Pit Bull mix. So our lightest dog is 67 pounds, and I'm out walking all 3 of them by myself. As to where before, it was like I wouldn't even have the energy to come home and take a walk. I'm pulling weeds in the flower beds, I'm planting, and I told my fiance a few weeks ago, I know Barb and Kelly have heard this, I went out and I pulled weeds and I planted flowers, and my legs hurt so bad the next day, and I was so happy because it was a good pain. I worked these muscles pain. It wasn't the same kind of pain that the fibromyalgia was giving to me. And this NingXia Red, this is first and foremost for me. I will never run out again. I always make sure I order in time, so I always have it. If I didn't have it, I would be calling probably everybody I knew. I think there was one morning, Kelly said, well, swing by my house on your way to work, and I'll give you something to help you out. And she handed me this NingXia Nitro. Okay, Kelly is outside in her bathrobe, hair up in a towel, no makeup on. I'm running up to her, and she's handing it, and I'm running through the yard. Okay, bye, you know. That's what's so great about all this. Everybody wants to share. Everybody wants to help. If you know somebody who has lupus, who has fibromyalgia, who has chronic fatigue, who has pain and no one will explain to them why, or no one can figure out why, I'm telling you what, start here first. This is something that, who would have thought, after, 19 years of feeling horrible, all I need is just 2 ounces a day of this. It's changed my digestive system for the better. I was actually down to, I want to say 97, 98 pounds a few months ago. I'm coming back up to a healthy weight. That doesn't mean it makes you gain weight. That means it's a balancer. It's going to balance what your body needs. It's giving me the nutrition that I need. I've also went gluten-free trying to help the pain. And I did get a little bit of relief from that. But I also think that maybe I wasn't getting the nutrition that I needed also. Because back when I did it, you couldn't just walk into the grocery store and get a loaf of gluten-free bread. I mean, you were spending hours at the grocery store looking for something that you could eat that wasn't plain potato chips. And even Twizzlers, which were my favorite, have wheat in them. It was like, good grief, what am I going to do? So I'm still gluten-free, just to try to, maintain that healthiness. I don't want to put my body through anything else. I'm used to it. Let's not go there, But the NingXia Red, I'm telling you, Kellie seen me in one of my worst days at my house when she brought me some NingXia Red and some nitro and some food, and I couldn't move. I mean, I went to lean over the table and my whole body shook just because I was in so much pain and I was so weak. I was like, look at this, are you seeing this? And she's like, I can see it, And it's so sad that people have to feel that way. And like I said, all this little packet was all that it took for me to start feeling better. My fiance, of course, he's a big guy. He drank one, he's like, I feel like. Well, maybe you should drink 2 cents, 2 to 4 a day. And he's like, no, I'm fine. Okay, go ahead. But I have to say, he's an oil freak. Loves the oils. Kellie's on corn peppermint in my diffuser. He's at the bottle. We're all screaming at him, stop! Called me the other day at work. He said, I just heard you should know what oil do you have for that? I was like, we'll talk about it when we get home. We'll be all right. But yeah, like I said, I've been talking about this stuff. I do use the oils on my dogs. I use them on pretty much everybody I come in contact with. People at work, someone will be crabby, I'll give them some joy. And someone will have a headache, and I'll give them some peppermint. Girl burn her arm, and I put some lavender on it, And, it's almost funny because now they're like, do you well, yeah, I do actually. So kind of going through that phase with everyone right now. But I don't think I've left anything out. There's just...
No, you did good.
Yeah, I could never stand here like this in heels probably 4 months ago. I wouldn't even be awake right now. I would go home, fix dinner, and sit on the couch. I was never going anywhere. My fiance's like, are you seeing somebody else? Because you're never home. I'm like, because I'm tired of being home. You want to come with me? You can, but we're out here. The dogs and I are going, and it's great. It's great to have energy. I used to take naps every day, especially on the weekends. I can't take a nap now if I tried. I tried to lay there in bed. I was bored. I was like, I'm going to rest. Could do it. The NingXia Red just gives you so much energy, and it's so subtle that you don't even realize that it's happening. It's crazy.